contest between these two teams. Sitting next to me in the commentary box today is Tony Gregg, and Tony was out in the middle a few minutes ago. What's your analysis of the pitch, Tony?
A very good morning, everyone. This pitch will provide an even pace and bounce with the ball coming on nicely to the bat, so the batsmen should enjoy themselves out there. The bowlers will have to make full use of the new ball if they're to keep the score down, with line and length being absolutely vital.
I could see the captains are on their way out to the middle for the crucial toss, so let's see what happens. That could be a crucial toss to win, and they've decided to bat first. Many people would have bowled first, but it could be worth the risk. There's a capacity crowd here waiting expectantly for play to begin.
The opening bowlers are the key. If they can keep it tight and pick up a couple of early wickets, then they might be in with a chance.
Lovely shot. That's cleared the infield. 4 runs.
That was a fine shot for 4.
Beautiful timing.
And another 4. He might have hit that in the air, but there really was no fielder out there, so that wasn't much of a risk.
10 from the over, and he's off down to the outfield to have a think about it. Well, that's wonderfully timed. That's raced away through.
He picked his spot well there.
The crowd really enjoyed that one. He was mistimed that, has run away off the edge. Oh, and he's bowled in. The batsman really had no answer to that ball.
It seems like miles back to the pavilion when you got out cheaply.
Let's have a look at that again. And from another angle. Serious pressure on the new man in there. Oh, that's a cracking shot.
Well, I reckon that's demoralising for the bowler, but he needs to bounce back.
Let's have a look at that again. Beautiful timing. That was a textbook shot.
Oh, lovely timing he played.
Do you agree that a batsman's strengths can also be viewed as potential weaknesses, Tony?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. As far as I'm concerned, if you have a strength, that's an advantage. If every now and again that cover drive leads to an outside edge which ends up in the hands of slips, well, I mean, so be it. That may have happened anyhow. You could also argue that a batsman who's a good hooker or puller of the ball hits those wonderful sixes every now and again is going to get caught at the top edge. Well, so be it. But he's going to miss out on a lot of boundaries had he given away that strength. So I think it's a very negative way of looking at things. After all, if it's a strength, it is a strength.
Another single. of another over. Batsmen are looking for two. Great timing.
For four. Well, that's what you should expect if you bowl like that on this pitch.
That wasn't a great delivery.
No ball.
No ball bowled. Great stroke play. That'll be four more.
Poor ball. That's just giving the batsman runs.
He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. Edged. Out. Caught. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball. Down to the bat.
Well held by the fielder. That took a long time to come down.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Very well timed. Once it's past the field on this outfield, it's a certain four.
He picked his spot well there.
He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. Batsman coming back for a second. He's hit that well. That was a shot right out of the coaching net.
The bowler will definitely be out for some revenge after that one.
He was onto that in a flat. Beautiful stroke. The crowd applaud a great knock.
He's done it really well out there. It's been a really good knock.
Let's have a look at the action replay. That's the end of another over. Oh, that's a cracking shot.
He's found the gap.
That was four the moment it left the bat. He hit that with great power. Exquisite shot. He's certainly given that some stick. 6 runs.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
That was a confident shot.
And another four. That was a fine shot for four. The crowd really enjoyed that.
Batsman came back for a second. Let's have a look at that again. 2 more picked up. That really is an expensive over. Terrific shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
He's found the gap.
A beautifully timed shot for 4. The batsman didn't read that one at all.
No ball.
Umpire signalling a no ball. That was a confident shot. Edged. Let's have a look at that in Hawkeye. Great shot.
And another 4. Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced the boundary.
He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. That's 19 runs taken off the over.
It has been around for a long time. I actually can remember getting the ball to reverse swing when I was a little boy at school. It wasn't anything to do with the way I handled the ball. It was, in fact, the ball had got old and was lying in the box and picked up one of these balls that was unbalanced. It's not a question of which side is shining. After all, a new cricket ball swings more than anything else. So it's a question really of which side of the ball has the most drag. And that's got to do with how the air tumbles over one side or the other. There's an eye.
That's out. Ball. Let's take a look at that from another angle. Lovely shot. That was a textbook shot.
Oh, lovely timing. He played that beautifully.
The crowd really enjoyed that. Well, the bowlers are taking a bit of stick out there. Great shot. 4 more.
He lifted that way over the infield really well.
He hit that over the top expertly. He's gone for the slog, and 6.
He might not have been quite to the pitch, but continued with the shot anyway and hit it miles.
That was a confident shot. Tremendous timing.
Oh, that's good batting. He might have hit it in the air, but it was pretty safe and got him 4 runs.
That was a really classy shot.
No ball.
No ball call. That'll be a free hit. The crowd really enjoyed that one. Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed. He just can't fault the placement there. 4 runs.
Oh, super shot again. He's got into a perfect...
That's in the stands. 6 runs and the crowd are loving it. Bowler really needs to keep it tighter. Well, the bowler will be glad that's over. It's a hugely expensive over. This is the last of his allotted overs. quality timing there.
Oh, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
He found the gap with precision. That was a confident shot.
No ball.
One more to sundries.
Smashing shot, really magnificent. I'd pay money just to come and see that again.
He picked the length really early there. That's nicely played.
Super innings, he's batted really well out there.
There's his half century. Let's have a look at the action replay. Well bowled by the spinner. There it goes, miles out of the ground.
The bowler might just have to put a little extra into his next delivery.
That was a confident shot. Got him! Yet again, batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
That ball was travelling pretty quickly. He did well to cling onto it.
Let's look at that again. Another one gone. The tail's exposed off that crucial breakthrough.
That went straight down the fielder's throat. The batsman will be kicking himself.
Let's take another look at that in replay. The right-hander and left-hander at the crease now. Oh, great shot. Timed that to perfection.
Well, the bowler won't like that too much.
He hit the length really early there. They're having a shout. Out for more. Well, the umpire answered.
I think he needs to spend a bit more time in the nets to iron out those errors in his game.
Let's have a look at that again. I wonder what Hawkeye made of that. That's over the infield and racing away.
Wonderful shot. He really punished the bowler there.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
Batsmen are looking for two. Oh dear, that's probably softened up a bit.
Well, if you want to show the kids the perfect way to play that shot, there's a fine example.
Bowler really needs to keep it tighter. That was a superb delivery.
Well, he's back in the pavilion without trouble with scores.
Let's look at that again. New tail-end batsman in now. The 3 from the over and runs still pretty hard to find. This will be his last over. Batsmen are looking for 2. 2 more to the total. He's out! That about wraps it up now.
That was a really loose shot. He'll be kicking himself about that one.
Let's take another look at that in replay. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman then. Let's look at that again. He's mistimed that, it's run away off the edge. No run there. 3 runs can see swing at it there. They're appealing. He's gone as well.
There was never a run there. I can't believe they even tried for it.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. That brings the innings to a close. He's heading back to the pavilion rather quicker than he would have hoped.
With a target like this, the batting side need to set themselves smaller targets. Like get to 50, then when they're at 50...
Well, that's a cracking shot. That's raced away to the boundary.
He's found the gap.
He was onto that in a flash.
Great catch. It's important not to miss anything in the field at all.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. Left hand, right. Immaculate timing. That's in the air, and it's sailed over the fence.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
That was a confident shot. He really struck that well.
She picked up one of these balls that was unbalanced. It's not a question of which side is shining. After all, a new cricket ball swings more than anything else. So it's a question really of which side of the ball has the most drag. And that's got to do with how the air tumbles over one side or the other. There's an art to it, there's no doubt about that. Some of the players from Pakistan, for example, have worked harder on reverse swing than anyone else in the world because they've got very, very dry and very flat wickets. Suit batsmen more, so bowlers have had to work harder for their wickets. Out. That ball was travelling pretty quickly. He did well to cling on to it.
Let's take another look at that in replay. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman there. That's 5 off the over there. What's the umpire going to say about this one? That's out!
Well, they got themselves into a right mess there and paid the price.
Let's have a look at that again. Right-hander and left-hander at the crease now. Tremendous timing.
Everything was in the right place there. It fairly raced to the boundary.
The crowd enjoyed that shot. Great shot. Pure timing. Glorious shot.
Well, what about that? What a shot that was.
It's been a rather expensive over so far. Chance goes down. The fielding team will regret that.
It's a well-known fact that catchers win matches.
Right out of the top draw.
That was beautifully put away for four.
The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield. They'll have to be... Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? Oh dear, that's suicidal. What were they thinking?
Dreadful judgment by the two batsmen. That's throwing wickets away.
Let's have a look at that from another angle. Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed. Great shot. What a way to get off the mark.
Well, that's a wonderful shot. He looks in great shape out there.
He was onto that in a flash. That's nicely played.
Too many more deliveries like that, and the captain might have to take it off.
That was a really classy shot. Another over gone. Beautiful timing. Four more.
Oh, super shot. That was 4 runs as soon as he hit it.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now. Well, that's a cracking shot. He found the gap with precision.
He picked his spot well there.
That clattered into the hoardings. Great shot. I can just imagine what's going through the bowler's head right now, and he wouldn't be a happy man. He timed that on drive beautifully. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
That ball was travelling pretty quickly. He did well to cling onto it.
Let's look at that again. What's the umpire going to say about this one? The umpire's calling for a replay. Let's take a look at that from another angle.
No tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
There's the red light. He's out. That breakthrough now exposes the tail.
Excellent wicket keeping. He made no mistake with that stumping.
Tail end at the crease here. Confident appeal. And from another angle.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
There's the red light. Yep, he's out.
It might have been a risky run, but the pick-up and throw was sensational.
The tail's... second.
That's a good shout.
There's the signal. He's safe. He really made a mess of the batsman's stuff. That was a superb delivery.
He's not in the deep where he's batting, and you can see why.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Serious pressure on the new man in then. And from another angle. Real concentration required from the new batsman here. A dolly. Let's take another look at that in replay. It's all over.
Congratulations to the winning team. The crowd here watching this 2020 match really warmed them.